Okay, let's work on problem 1020. We have a yield to maturity calculation. You can see a calculator or Excel is required in this problem. That's good because we've now learned all about how to use our calculators. Evans Emergency Response bonds have 6 years to maturity. Interest is paid semi-annually. The bonds have a 1,000 par value and a coupon rate of 8%. If the price of the bond is 107,355, what is the annual yield to maturity? All right. So let's go ahead and figure out a few things here. First of all, the bonds have a $1,000 par value, so we know that future value is 1,000. All right. And the price of the bond is 107,355. We were trying to calculate its yield to maturity, or this interest number. All right. And we're given the present value. We have to remember to put the present value in as a negative in these in our calculators in order for this to work. In other words, we're willing to pay this amount for a flow of cash of interest and the final payment, future value, maturity payment on the bond. That's what we're willing to pay to receive these. So there's got to be some sort of a back and forth flow. So we'll do that with this calculation and putting that as negative. It has 6 years to maturity, but interest is paid semi-annually. Okay, so we have 6 years, but we have 2 payment cycles per year. So we're going to have to multiply this by 2 to get the number of periods we want to put in our calculator, which will end up being 12. Okay, that's 12 compounding cycles, or 12 periods that we have to put into our calculator. Same holds true for the payment. It says interest is paid semi-annually, and the coupon rate is 8%. So if 8% is paid annually, only 4% will be paid semi-annually. Okay, and we multiply that by our stated bond value to get our payment, which is only going to be $40 every 6 months. That matches up with the number of periods or cycles that we have here. So once we have all of this information, we can enter this into our calculator and solve for the interest rate. Okay, so we're going to compute IY. Let's go ahead and do that. Turn on our calculators. Clear everything out. Second, future value. That clears our time value of money buttons. And we're going to go ahead and type the number 12 and N. And then 1073.55. And remember, you have to press the plus minus button. That's the lower right hand corner. That gives us negative 107,355, and we'll put that in PV. Our payment is going to be $40, so $40 PMT, and our future value $1,000 future value. Compute IY, and you get 3.25% per period. But if we want to find out what the yield to maturity is, remember there are 2 periods per year, so we're going to have to multiply this number by 2 to get the actual yield to maturity. That's going to be 6.5% per year. And that's our yield to maturity. All right.